Rule number 158. This also goes with passive voice, but helping verbs. This is very important. They have given in many exams. We should change sentences with helping verbs using the following pattern. What is that pattern? Whatever the helping verb, you have to repeat that. Then you have to use be. Then verb past participle form as usual. Look at the example. You can do that. What is the helping verb here? Can. How do you change it? You have to repeat the helping verb. Helping verb can. Be. And what is the verb? Do. Do changes to past participle form. Do, did, done. So done. You can do that work. That work can be done by you. He should read that book. Should read. Then you have to repeat the helping verb be and the verb past participle form. That book should be read by you. She can sing a song. A song can be sung by her. You have to use the same pattern, any helping verb. You can do that work can be done by you. Important pattern you have to remember. Rule number 159. Passive voice, commands and requests. We use the same pattern for commands and requests in passive voice. We should change commands and requests using the following pattern. Imagine the command is cut your nails. You have to start with let your nails be cut. How does it change? Cut your nails. Let your nails be cut. Be plus the verb. Please close the door. This is a command. Cut your nails. Cut your hair. Cut your nails. Let your nails be cut. Same pattern. Please close the door. Let the door be closed. Let the door be closed. Try to get the pattern all the time. Please close the door. Let the door be closed. Go away from here. This is an important one because here we have an irregular verb, intransitive verb. Generally, I tell students intransitive verbs, any sentence with an intransitive verb, that means no object, it cannot take an object. We cannot change it to passive voice. But English has rules, English has exceptions. Here you can change, go away from here. How does it change? You are ordered. You are ordered to go away from here. We use a clause. What is that clause? You are ordered. You are ordered to go away from here. Imagine a request also with an intransitive verb. For example, transitive or intransitive. Close the door. Please close the door. You can say, let the door be closed. You can also say, you are requested to close the door. You are ordered to go away from here. You are requested to close the door. Same pattern. This is also very important. Here you have to remember, let. Sometimes what happens, a negative command, imagine. Cut your nails, that is a command. Don't touch the book. Don't touch the book, a negative command. Let not the book be touched. This is the pattern you have to use. Don't touch the laptop. Don't touch the laptop, negative command. Let not the laptop be touched. Same pattern, don't touch the book. Let not the book be touched. This also you have to learn and remember. That's all about active voice, passive voice. And now let us go to another important topic. Based on that, we have some important rules. And what is this topic? Narration. You all know direct speech, indirect speech. When it comes to direct and indirect, there are 11 rules you have to learn. And usually I teach these under 3 headings. First one, statements. Statements, there are 3 rules. Second, Questions. Questions, there are 5 rules. Then commands and requests, there are 3 rules. So 3 plus 5 plus 3, what is the total number? When it comes to direct and indirect, you have to learn 11 rules. Let us see what they are. Rule number 160 goes with statements. Under statements, there are 3 rules. What is the first one? That is rule number 160. If the reporting verb is in present tense, present perfect tense, or future tense, the tenses don't change to a corresponding past tense. To understand this, you need a bit of basic knowledge that goes with direct speech and indirect speech. I'll write that. He said, I will come tomorrow. He said, this is called reporting verb. It is in past. And the rule, if the reporting verb is in past, the tense is changed to a corresponding past tense. Will changes to would, I changes to he. So how do we change it to indirect speech? He said that he would come. Tomorrow changes to the following day or the next day. He said, I will come tomorrow. He said that he would come the next day. Here the most important thing, reporting verb. Once you know that, you can understand rule number 160. What is rule number 160? If the reporting verb, when it comes to direct and indirect, reporting verb is the most important thing. If the reporting verb is in present tense, present perfect, or future, the tenses don't change to a corresponding past tense. Actually, this entire topic, direct speech, indirect speech, is all about tense changes. But what does the first rule tell? Tenses don't change. When do they remain as they are? If the reporting verb is in present, present perfect, or future. Look at the example, you understand. He says, here the reporting verb is says, it is in present. I am writing a letter, present continuous. Because the reporting verb is in present, present continuous here does not change to past continuous. It remains in present continuous. He says that he is writing a letter. See, no change. He says that he is writing a letter. He has said, reporting verb in present perfect. I met my friend yesterday, past tense. He has said that he met his friend the previous day. Yesterday changes. You have to change the pronouns and the time phrases, but the tense does not change. He said that he met his friend the previous day. Why? He has said, he has said. Reporting verb is in present perfect. He has said that he met his friend the previous day. This is also an important rule because usually when it comes to this topic, people always try to change the tense to a corresponding past tense. And this is an exception. If the reporting verb is in present, present perfect, or future, tenses don't change to a corresponding past tense. Rule number 161, statements. This is the actual rule that goes with this topic. What is this rule? If the reporting verb is in past tense, the tenses change to a corresponding past tense. How do they change? Offline classes, online classes, regular classes, we give a table. Here it is not possible. I'll tell in a nutshell. Present usually changes to past. Sometimes it remains in present. If you are talking about universal truths or proverbs or habitual actions, it remains in present. Present continuous changes to past continuous. Past changes to past perfect. Rarely remains in past. Past continuous changes to past perfect continuous. All the future tenses will or shall change to would. Present perfect changes to past perfect. Present perfect continuous changes to past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous don't change because there is no corresponding past tense. Look at this. He said, reporting verb is in past. I am reading a book. Present continuous. Present continuous changes to past continuous. Based on that, he said that, here we have to use that, but it's optional. He was writing a book, not writing, reading. He was doing what? Reading. I am reading a book, present continuous. Because the reporting verb is in past, it changes to he was reading a book. He said, I listen to music every day. Here it's a habitual action. He said that he listened to music every day. But we thought every day it would have been correct. He said, I listen to music. Then how does it change? He said that he listened to music. Don't consider every day here. That is typo. She said he broke the cup yesterday. He broke the cup, past tense. Past tense changes to past perfect tense. He said that he had broken the cup the previous day. Tense changes are very important. Rule number 162, statements. I said statements, there are three rules. What is the first rule? Tenses don't change if the reporting verb is in present, present perfect, or future. What is the second rule? If the reporting verb is in past, the tenses change to a corresponding past tense. Rule number 3 or rule number 162, if the reporting verb is in past tense, adverbs and adjectives and pronouns also change. This is known as other changes. Here becomes there, now becomes then. Today changes to that day. Yesterday changes to the previous day or the day before. He said, I will come tomorrow. Tomorrow changes to what? Pronoun I changes to what? He said that he. Would, will changes to would, come. Tomorrow changes to the next day. They said, we have done the work today. They said that they had done the work that day. Today changes to what? That day. She said, I'm reading the book now. She said that she was reading the book then. Present continuous changes to past tense and the pronoun I changes to she, now changes to then. These changes are also very important. Rule number 163. Questions. Questions are very important under pressure, not easy to handle. I usually give 5 rules based on questions in indirect speech. Rule number 163, the reporting verb said is changed to asked, wanted to know, inquired, inquired. Said changes to what? Asked. She said, what are you doing? She asked me what I was doing. He said, what did you do yesterday? He asked me what I had done the previous day. Focus on the reporting verb. Said changes to what? Usually asked, because it is a question. Rule number 164. If the reporting verb is in past tense, the tenses change to a corresponding past tense as in statements. He said means reporting verb is in past. Then the tenses change. How do they change? Whatever table I've just said, all the tense changes, same tense changes are applicable here, and other changes like today changes to that day, yesterday the previous day, or the day before, same are applicable here. Look at the example. She said, here reporting verb is in past. Where have you been? It is in present perfect. Present perfect, according to the table, tense changes. Present perfect changes to past perfect. She asked, said changes to asked. She asked me where I had been. That is past perfect. He said, who were you talking to? Past continuous changes to past perfect continuous. He asked the student who he had been talking to. He had been talking to, past perfect continuous. A word of caution, you cannot understand these rules if you are not good at tenses. If you are good at tenses, you can understand whatever I have been saying. Rule number 165. Questions. The interrogative form indirect changes to affirmative form in indirect speech. This is very important because a lot of people, when they use logic, it is a question, they think when they change from direct speech to indirect speech, they have to use the interrogative form. No. Direct speech, interrogative form. When you change it to indirect speech, it has to be in affirmative form. Look at this. They said, "Where are you going?" Where are you going is a question, interrogative form. They asked the girl where she was going. She was going affirmative. But a lot of people make a mistake. They tend to say, they asked the girl, where was she going? Where was she going? Interrogative, wrong. Where she was going. Here she was going, past continuous. Where are you going? Present continuous changes to past continuous. And interrogative form changes to affirmative form. Common error outside, a lot of people say, he asked me what was I doing wrong. He asked me what I was doing. He said, when will you come? He asked her when she would come. When would she come? Wrong. When she would come is correct. This is an important rule they have given many a time. Rule number 166. If there is a question word in direct speech, it should be repeated in indirect speech. In English, we have about 15 question words. Whatever question word is there in the direct speech, it has to be repeated in indirect speech. They said, why have you come? So what is the question word here? Why? It has to be repeated. They asked me why I had come. Why? Why? She said, how will you come tomorrow? She asked me how I would come the next day. How I would come the next day. How? How? We have to repeat the question word. But in English, sometimes what happens, we ask questions without question words. How do we do that? If I ask a person, are you a student? It's a question, but there's no question word. If I say, do you come every day? It's a question, but no question word. If there's no question word, what are we supposed to do? That is also very important. If there's no question word in direct speech, we should use if or whether in indirect speech. Imagine there's no question word in direct speech. We should use if or whether in indirect speech. Look at this example. He said, are you a student? Are you a student is a question. But is there a question word? No. Then how do you change it to indirect speech? He asked me, said changes to asked. He asked me if or whether I was a student. I was a student, affirmative. You can use either if or whether. She asked me if I was a student. She asked me whether I was a student. She said, is your mother at home? Is your mother at home? That is also a question, but no question word. How does it change? She asked the girl if her mother was at home. Present changes to past. You can also say, she asked the girl if her mother was at home. She asked the girl whether her mother was at home. You can use this or that. These rules are very important. They have given many a time. And of all the rules, 11 rules, 3 based on statements and 5 based on questions. You have learned all the 5, 3 plus 5, 8. And 3 more questions based on commands and requests. Of all the 11 questions, questions related to questions, rules related to questions are very important. How many rules related to questions? 5 rules. And all the 5 rules are important, but the third one is very important. What is that one? The interrogative form in direct speech should be changed to affirmative form in indirect speech because it's a common error. People tend to say, she asked me, what was I doing? Wrong. She asked me what I was doing. I was doing affirmative.